This is fine. It's working now.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Don't look behind the curtain. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Ah! Okay, I see how it is.
Immediate bullying.
I see how it is. Sure.
Not even been here 2 seconds.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Not mad.
Violence.
See, that's better. That box almost missed me. Did you see that?
I did not.
That box was so close to missing me. Ah.
The chat has chosen brutality.
Apparently so.
Apparently so, yeah.
Ah. Ah. It's more Kobold time, as you can see.
It is once again Kobold time.
Kobold time. We're still going.
Kobold.
We're still going.
Whatever we perceive the Kobold.
Yes, I have a pseudo-mental list for this. And what I should do, really, is actually make a physical list. It's part of the reason I have, it's part of the reason I have my corkboard.
We've been over this.
I know, but I think there's also a big blocking factor in my brain, which is like, hey, you're going to be moving any day.
Yep.
So, like, yeah.
Less stuff is useful.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to start packing some of the kitchen stuff that we have.
Oh boy, if that isn't a vicious circle.
That's a big one. That's a big one. And it's very hard.
The moment you put something away is the moment you will need it.
100%, yeah, it's very hard because it is just a case of like, am I going to use this to cook and anything? So
maybe. How
maybe.
much? What window of time?
I know. In this nebulous time that exists in between us moving, are we going to use this cooking implement? Though it was funny about the egg boiler because we never bought an egg boiler. Spook's mom had an egg boiler because she likes a hard-boiled egg. For some reason, she decided to give us her egg boiler. She doesn't have one now anymore. And we discovered that the last time we went over that she is now apparently buying pre-boiled, hard-boiled eggs, which I find very distressing.
Yes.
But we've never used this egg boiler. It's still in the box, and it's been on top of the kitchen cupboard for literally the 4 years that we've lived in this flat. Because we
like,
know
odds
how
are
to
not going to use
boil
that.
eggs. You know, pot of water, boil water, put egg in. We know how to boil an egg.
Learn prayer.
Yeah, so I literally, when I took it down, I was like, can we actually like throw this away instead of taking it with us to the new place? And Spook went, no, and I was like, seriously, why? And he says, because I have just this minute realised what we can do with this. We can wrap it and re-gift it to my mom.
That's very good.
That's very funny, but you have to understand, I understand his reasoning for it, because he then said, because this is revenge for the spice rack.
Yes.
If you've heard the spice rack story. Chat, if you've
Yes,
not
I
heard the
believe
spice rack story, the spice rack story is that Spook's mom got a brand new kitchen made. This is a couple of years ago at this point. Brand new kitchen. So as a bit of like a gift for it, Spook bought her a spice rack, and he actually put a lot of thought into it. Tried to make sure that it like matched all the like surfaces and the appliances. Tried to get it all to match very nicely. It's one of those nice like spinning ones, nice and fancy. And 6 months later down the line, it was re-gifted back to us. Because even though she spent all that money getting a new kitchen made, Spook's mum doesn't cook.
Nope.
She doesn't know how. Microwaves everything. At most, we'll put a ready meal in the oven, but that's about it. The salt in the wound was then further 6 months later, during a visit, Spook discovered a new spice rack, hidden in the cupboard. It was almost exactly the same as the one that we had bought her. So he is, not to be ironic, very salty about the spice rack.
You gotta be salty about the spice rack, it's so important.
So he has decided that because we've been given an egg boiler that we don't use, we shall give it back in the same way that she was given a spice rack she doesn't use and gave it back.
Yep. I'm in the crafting mood, so violence is in me today.
Oh boy.
That's so real.
Oh boy.
I need you to know that Mika and Neroen today spent about an hour unsuccessfully trying to play a video game.
That is how a video game tends to go, I believe.
We didn't make it past the menu.
Oh no.
It will happen. Today just wasn't the day.
It was not the day.
So saith internet service provider. One day you will play video game. Yes.
When will my video game return from the war?
Hey, Diglett.
Hello, Diglett. So yeah, so that's the egg boiler story, which is just a small fraction of
You're welcome, chat.
Stuff that happens.
This is what you came here for, right?
Yeah, the egg boiler story. Doing crafts, cheers! Woo! We love it when people are doing crafts during art stream.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we like to see.
If anyone's like, hey, Curl seems really like sleepy and unable to talk, this is literally a development in the last 5 minutes. I've become unbearably sleepy. That just happened just now. The moment we went live, I forgot how to speak.
That's often how it goes. I often get very sleepy at the very start of like Dragon Age streams, and I need the engagement of the game to actually wake me back up.
Yeah. Which, you know, sometimes it gives you.
How was the gig you went to?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I haven't been to a gig, bruh.
Moi? You must not have been here last time. It was excellent. It was very, very good. I had a very good time. A little bit emotional, obviously, saying goodbye to Panic after so long. But it was really good. I had a really good time with my friends. And it was really fun because we're kind of old hats at this point. So, like, we kind of went early, found a restaurant that we could afford, and we're like, we're gonna hide in here and have a big dinner and and then we could just like, we can drink as much water as we want and we can use the loot in the restaurant. And then we were like, doors has just happened, guess we'll go. And we still ended up at the front.
Crazy.
Like literally like three from the front.
Unheard of.
Because people disrespect opening acts. Which I don't stand for, because the opening act for Panic slaps and I'm still listening to her.
Excellent. I mean, I know it's hard to judge, but I don't know why. Like, I've never seen Panic. It's just like a vibe, and probably mostly wishful thinking. But part of me is hoping that it's like, you know, give it 5 years. Might be a comeback tour.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Comeback tour 5 years, maybe a little longer.
Got to give him time to let his kid get autonomy.
Yeah, basically. It'll reach a point
It's
where...
almost a guarantee. It'll probably be Brendan Urie on his own, but it's almost a guarantee. It just won't be for a long time.
Yeah, it won't be for a while, but there'll be a point where it's like, okay, you did the good thing and looked after your kid. They don't need 24/7 monitoring now.
Yeah.
Again, this is mostly wishful thinking.
Blue want to go.
I don't know if I want to go, because the concept of a gig is major anxiety for me.
But new music.
But new music, I'm down for new music.
Panic of the Day.
Oh boy.
How many jokes can be made?
I mean, if I go to a gig, it certainly will be a Panic at the Disco, I'll tell you that much.
But, yeah, I mean, we've just got, you know, Fall Out Boy's new album's coming out. Paramore's got a new album out. MCR are back together. The emo never really dies. Hosier's EP is fucking incredible. And the rest of his albums coming this year.
I want my gun so I can put headphones in, listen to Hosier, and lie in the grass.
I've got terrible news for you, Blue. That's literally what I did today.
I want that for me.
I did some gardening while listening to Hosier.
I want that for me.
You'll get there.
Life is unfair. Hosier, my beloved, exactly.
Yeah, we do love Hosier here.
Bruh, the first, after we are settled in and I am able to actually sit down and do stuff in the garden for me, I'm going to be listening to so much Hosier.
Yep.
You guys will see it in my Spotify, and you can be like, Blue, are you okay? And I'm going to be there sobbing, going, yes! I'm
living my
good.
fantasy.
It's finally happening.
Yeah, it's good shit. I'm currently trying to decide because I'm not, I've decided I want to see like one show this year.
Oh.
And literally the moment I decided that, Hosier was like, "Hey, I'm touring." Måneskin were like, "Hey, we're doing a world tour." And I was like, "Motherfucker."
Everyone took that personally.
You're all on I made a short list of bands I wanted to see so that I wouldn't be tempted every time that someone announced a tour, but you're both on my short list.
Both on the short list. Oh, puppy movement. Bye, baby.
She relocates. I was telling Blue before stream, Phoebe's been losing her mind today because she knows it's Tuesday. Blue's her favorite person. She's never met Blue.
She's never met me. Even your dad knows this, which is just so sweet to me.
She just loses her mind on a Tuesday.
Girl said that her dad was literally talking to Phoebe, being like, "It's not Blue time yet." I was like, what?
Yeah. Because Phoebe came sprinting up the stairs earlier, and I was like, what? I literally just got back in from doing my plants. And she was like so excited. And she kept she jumped up here and she was just staring in this kind of way, like she does when you see her on stream. And my dad was behind her and he just kind of looked at her and was like, "It's not Blue time." I don't know why you're in. It's not the time. It's later. It was very funny. And then she kind of trotted back downstairs. I've booked in for her to get a haircut.
Oh.
This week, which she's not gonna like.
No, she isn't.
Because I normally cut her hair. But I can admit when I'm out of my when I am outmatched. I should say I'm also very sleepy because I'm listening to a mixtape of old Disney music with rain and fire ambience on.
Oh.
So I am basically in peak cozy.
So, that's that good shit.
Yeah. I showed Naren around my Dreamlight Valley house earlier. Because I've actually started, for a long time I've not really been doing anything with it. Because I've just been doing shit in the valley. But I've actually started putting some work into it. Do you know how many times, chat, I've nearly streamed Disney's Dreamlight Valley just to show you how fucking mad it is?
I know in the future that it's meant to be free to play, and I hate that.
It will be free to play.
I'm going to end up playing it.
Yeah. I
don't want to, but I will because I'm curious.
As long as you don't put any money into it.
At least I'm pretty good at doing that with games. Like, I've never put any money into Pokemon Go, and I've never put any money into decorative stuff on Guild Wars. I've only ever bought the game and things like that, the expansions, because they don't have a subscription.
Many of the games I'm playing at the moment, just kind of ambiently, are like games that I'm either playing for free or are free to play that I don't like the IP of, but I'm just not giving them my money. I'm paying Dreamlight Valley without paying for it on Game Pass, in case anyone is gonna fucking, I don't know. But and I'm playing Marvel's. I'm playing Marvel Snap, but I don't put any money into Marvel Snap either. And the other thing I'm playing is Before We Leave, which is a city builder. But I'm mostly playing Before We Leave because it sounds a lot like a game that's coming out this week, or maybe came out today. Hang on.
Quick fact check.
It's called Terra Nil. It comes out next week, exactly a week today. And I played the demo for it, and it's the greatest. Like, it's so fucking chill. And I want to play it so bad. It's so satisfying to play, and I want to play it real bad, but I can't because it's not out yet. Yeah, Terra Nil is an intricate environmental strategy game about transforming a barren wasteland into a thriving, balanced ecosystem. Bring back life to a lifeless world by purifying soil, cleaning oceans, planting trees, and reintroducing wildlife, and then leave without a trace.
Aww.
Yes, this is the one where you regreen a place. Yes. Terra Nil is very good. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, you literally have a planet that assumedly humans have shreked at a certain point.
Yeah.
And then you get to fix it all. And then part of the, like, there's like 3 phases. There's like literally making it habitable, balancing the climate. And then there's pack up and go, where you have to completely erase any sign that you were there. And then leave.
Eee.
And it's so satisfying because you get like, I played the demo. I'm gonna be real. When it started raining, I nearly cried.
Oh no.
I was like, I did it. I made it rain. It's so like, I don't know. There's something really wholesome and healing about it. Pretty sure that demo's been out for quite a while. It has. I've been waiting. Those humans certainly humaned it here. Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
because Before We Leave is one where there's some kind of apocalypse that happens unspecified, and all humans went into bunkers like Fallout. And then this is a kind of similar kind of city builder vibe game, but where humans are trying to re-establish themselves on the surface of a ruined Earth. But the difference with that one is Terra Nil is very much about like restoring the ecosystem, and then that's like your ultimate goal. It's not to like support human life. It's just to like make fix your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Before We Leave is very much like, well, we sure did fuck that up. But anyway, let's do it again. Not that it's worse, it's just a different kind of game. Hey, nice one, Das.
Yeah, enjoy the mini painting. Makes me upset that I literally cannot paint my minis right now, even if I
No.
wanted to.
You are sort of painting a mini in a virtual sense.
I am, this is true. But I'm also having to build the mini as I am.
Yeah. We gloss over that part. Blue, did you see what what I did last night?
Can you be more specific?
I posted about it in General D&D.
Oh, yes.
My RPG collection's getting a bit... It has gotten out of hand. I went through that massive bundle chat, the trans rights bundle, and they ain't kidding. That's really over 500 things. Like full things. I will post it in chat again because I believe in its cause, and also I've been through it. And it's all good. There is some funny shit in there. And also just some good stuff. I want to play the Jonathan Frakes one. I'm going to be honest, I literally last night in a completely exhausted haze just sat and had to manually click download on 500 games. So you'll forgive me if I've forgotten what that is.
Yeah.
There was quite a few that I was like, I want to play that I wasn't already playing. Obviously, I need to look through. There's not only is Thirsty Sword Lesbians in here, but a lot of expansions or like people's like there's one in here that someone made which is a modification of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which is Queer Something Thespians, which is about being in a theater department.
Yo.
And I was like, well, this was made for me.
Targeted.
The Crownless I want to do. It's the entire beyond believability thing where he's trying to get your attention, but you can't let him get your attention, otherwise you die. I wrote a story about that once on this stream.
Yeah.
And I shared it. It was with a Halloween for a long time ago. But yes, that sounds very good. Yes, Crownless I want to play is an Elden Ring inspired RPG about killing gods, burning the world. I'm curious about the Butterfly Court, but that's an actual... So, like, unlike other bundles and shit I've talked about on this stream, this isn't just, like, solo journaling RPGs. This is also, like, whole systems, 5e adventures. There's a couple collections of essays on tabletop RPGs. There's all kinds of shit in here. And Butterfly Court is a no-dice RPG game. And I'm just curious about it. Between the Skies I was interested in. This is super good. There's a couple of them I could kind of tell which ones were like the well-known ones, because they had like within the bundle itself, like people had made like campaigns for the system, or like different, like there were add-ons basically that people had made independently. I know Yourself is meant to be really good.
Yeah.
Mandoc Sound. Neon Knights is one of the ones that has like 6 different expansions that people have made in this bundle, but it is a TTRPG for cyberpunk games. It isn't the cyberpunk one.
Not the cyberpunk. Like simultaneously thinking about this, but also trying to address messages that are appearing in the Discord.
Yeah, no worries, man. Oh, there is a game in here, Blue, that I nearly just directly sent to you. It's called It's called the Tea Shelf. It's a solo RPG about the conversations you have with people over cups of tea.
Oh my god, it's me!
It is literally made for you.
That's me!
The Tea Shelf is a solo tabletop role-playing game about conversations over tea. Lay down cards in front of you as your tea shelf and explore the growing relationship between yourself, so like whatever character you make, and your guest through the different flavors and prompts. There's 11 pages, 14 prompts, 24 flavors of tea. So 1 player, you need tarot deck and something to write on, and about an hour. Oh my god, I have just now discovered there was a thing called the tea and coffee jam.
Oh my god!
That's amazing.
That's just us.
Oh, and quite a few of them are in here actually. Enchanted Blend I've got, Occulties I've got, which is about being a tea witch.
Oh my god, I love all of these.
Last Tea Shop Classic, a quiet game about running a tea shop on the border of the living and the dead. Oh no.
Yo! You have to send me some of these. Or at least I'm literally gonna send you the link to the tea and coffee jam. There was 20 entries in here, and they all look good. I will also post it in chat. Oh, I put it in the art channel by accident. Whoops. Whoopsie. Delete that. Because it's what I was lurking at last. But if anyone wants to look at it, there you go. Stacey's literally drawn out of her doing that, yeah. My goodness.
A lot of the ones you see for jams will be like, there are RPGs that are meant to be like convoluted, and some of these are like Grounding with Tea is probably just literally a like set of affirmations and a breathing exercise. Like, it's really interesting because I've not like played a huge amount, but I've seen, like, just read the description and seen the layout of so many at this point that I've kind of got an idea of like what happens in, like, what kinds of things are in the space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really interesting because I definitely thought that it's closer to like the design scene than it is to the RPG scene in a lot of ways.
Okay.
It's just all flavored like RPGs. It's really interesting. Oh, also, there's a game called I'll Be Taking That, which is a game of goblins and about goblins taking things, which is also for you. There's a bunch of bird-themed ones.
Yeah.
There's stuff in here for everyone.
I like that goblin one because I can it sounds to me like I can very easily do a find replace goblin with kobold thing.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Oh, there's 18xx. I saw you.
I don't actually have an itch.io account. Maybe I should make one. If you make an itch.io account, I assume that you can like bookmark things.
Oh yeah. I've got quite a few.
I should probably make one after this.
Yeah. Yes, I really want to play. I actually found this one before I got this bundle, which is Sordid Truths of Fire, which I think I found in your presence, Blue, which is the one where you're a group of pyromancers living in a frozen world. Yeah. And you're trying to revive it.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that's some good
GMless game about witches' familiars and making them a cup of tea. Familiarity.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to close that window.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Blue. To close it. Oh my god. If anyone is looking at the list or has the bundle, which I recommend again, it's literally £4. And there's a game in there called Die RPG, which is a game that the writer wrote while asleep. Like, they sleep talk in their sleep, and they had someone sit there and write it down. Are you doing a woof?
Woof! A book?
She's asleep.
Oh, baby.
Yes? What are you doing? Phoebes? Phoebe? Hey. She sat up like, where am I?
Oh no! Where is it?
You were also farting a lot is the problem. And it really stinks.
Baby.
She like blinked like, where is it? Like when you woke me up. Pyromancer had to come back to inquire about it. The solo RPG is called Sordid Truths of Fire by Shouting Crow. There's quite a few duo RPGs as well, Blue, so next time I come up, we'll have to try one.
Oh, totally.
Bit for Bubby. Phoebe, you're earning blue money. How do you feel about this?
Every bit given for Phoebe is another pet from me when we finally meet.
Yeah, me and Aaron have been bonding because Coco has separation anxiety and so does Phoebe.
Oh,
so we have been bonding over our troublesome puppos.
Bless.
Especially when they nearly get us killed while we're trying to raid.
I just keep, whenever I scoop up Sadie for a cuddle and she does the big wow, I'm always just like, aw, you upset? No, you're not. You're gonna be upset when we move. Then you'll be upset.
Yep. The question is, how can we hold Blue to that many pets? Me.
Girls will do it. Yeah.
I will.
That's better. Yay! 200 pets!
200 pets. Will you survive, Phoebe? Will you survive? No, she wants 200 pets. She wants so many pets, it's actually unreal.
I'll give you the 200 pets for Phoebe.
I will give you a preview, Phoebe. She's giving me a look like, Mother, what are you doing? You're like, yeah, haha. She just wants to snooze right now. She does this thing.
I just did a 3D equivalent of being on the wrong layer.
Wrong layer. 200 whole pets, what a time to be alive. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Literally Phoebe's dream. I had a whole shenanigan last night where the cat really wanted to be in here while I was trying to sleep. And eventually we came to a compromise where she slept on this side of the bed and I slept over there while Phoebe slept on the floor. I caught myself shrimping, so health check. Okay.
Hey, that's how it goes. Doing alright at the moment.
You gotta watch out for me shrimping today, chat, because I really want to get some writing done today, like bad. But also my back really hurts. So...
Yeah, so
you're on shrimp watch.
Yeah. So my back was hurting earlier, but that was because, again, I made a start on the kitchen packing and did a bunch of boxes from that. But before I started that, I also decided today was a good day for me to vacuum the entire flat.
Classic. Standard ADHD babe.
Yeah, good ADHD vibes. I wasn't even out of my pajamas yet.
No, it's like, oh, I should do that.
Yeah, I'd like poured my cereal. My cereal is normally Weetabix, so there's like a good sort of 5-10 minute window of like, it's still too crunchy to eat, I gotta let it soak. Gotta let it soak. So, of course, rather than just like waiting, it was like, time to vacuum! So I sit in my pajamas with my bowl of cereal soaking on the side, vacuuming. Sadie's there, just like, what the fuck? You just woke up. give me my medicine. I was like, I'll give you your medicine in a sec. I'm vacuuming.
Yep. The room must be clean.
It could be an absolute tip for like months on end, but the moment it's been decided it must be clean, it has to be clean.
I kind of did the opposite today where I didn't really want to do much of anything, but I was like, if I can just get, I have a window that I need to start doing planting in that does not revolve around me, but in fact the seasons and the winds. So I was like, okay, let me just pick like 3 things that I need to plant and I'm just going to go plant them. And I felt better for it.
Yay!
A reminder that shiny Meltan is a thing at the moment.
Yes.
That's your reminder. Also, you can go bash ahead against Decidueye if you want. We discovered that you can beat it with 2 people.
Is he still running, or was he just a weekend?
A
lot of the raids tend to be like weekend only.
It would be great if I could spell Decidueye.
If not, then we can breed you babies.
If not, I have literally a whole box full of Rowlets at the moment. March 26th. It goes to the 26th. Hey, go, nice. Go.
I'm sat
Take your Miraidons.
Like, I've got a lot of time to think about it. The secret is metal sound, by the way.
The secret is metal sound. Metal sound and charge. So either bring Miraidon. If you don't have a Miraidon and can't get one, you want a Politoed. Not Politoed. What the fuck is the Bellibolt?
But yeah, I was just thinking about that as well, of like, because obviously we are jacked up to the nines of, do I want to try making a new main party for the DLC? Because I have my main party that I went through the whole game, and because we are now in endgame raiding, they are jacked.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering if I want to maybe pick some new bibbies, because let's be honest, a lot of my Pokemon are jacked now. I've got support Salamence and a Miraidon that wasn't mine, but is now mine. Yep. So I'm like, do I just want to like pick some Pokemon from the entire Pokedex, or do I want to like go into the DLC and be like, right, Zone 1, catch a bunch of Pokemon, you're now my party, throw everybody else in the box.
Yeah. It's tough because it's going to sound like a brag, I have a lot of jacked Pokemon because I love raiding in that game. So I've had to develop like a solid roster, like a box full of like absolute giants who can carry me through most things. So it's like, do I start a whole new challenge team? But then, even then, I've caught every Pokemon that's currently in the game.
Yeah.
And the chances are, if I have one, it's going to be of a decent-ish level. It's either going to be level 1 because I bred it just for the Pokedex, or it will be pretty decent.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's why I was like, do I catch new Pokemon in the DLC and use them for a team?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I was saying, like,
do you know more about how Pokemon DLCs work? Is there going to be like Pokemon from other gens? Like,
yes,
will it just be?
Yes,
okay.
there will. In fact, I think some people have already sort of data mined the current Violet and been like, yo, the data for these Pokemon are in the game, we just can't access them. So they're
either going to be an event or DLC, right? Yeah, so, I'd be up for doing that.
Yeah, so there's a good there'll be new areas which we obviously know because they've literally told us what they are. They've told us that, you know, we're going to,
and we can see one of them.
Yeah, we're going on a field trip to another place, so we will be in new zones. So there will be probably a bunch of dialogue and cinematics, and maybe a battle or two we have to go through, and then we will be in a totally new zone, and presumably there will be wild Pokemon there for us to catch. So I don't know if it's just because the real thing is that because our Pokemon are so jacked from raiding, unless they make everything in the DLC, you know, really, really tough, which they would be stupid to do because it would alienate actual kids who want to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
It will be very easy for.
It's gonna be easy for us.
We'll just steamroller everything, and there'll be no challenge. So it's like, well, to make it a challenge, do you just go right, totally new party from the get go? Which I think is probably just the best.
You guys could always do what I did and pick a monotype to do.
Yeah, there
was that of like, do I just do a different monotype run? Forget the kids, amen. But part of me is also like, this is stupid, but like when I play Pokemon games for the first time, I like sort of, even though they're all just called Curls, I sort of like develop a character for that protagonist. And like a lot, because I did a themed run, I did all ghosts, like this protagonist more than others really feels like they have a thing. So it would feel weird, like, do I use different ghost types? Do I do ghost types that were not in my main team?
Maybe.
The real question is, what new sandwich recipes will they give us? What new sandwich recipes and how cursed will they be?
No.
Me and Blue did one shiny hunt and we had to fit like 35 chorizo into one.
We made a chorizo sandwich. Why is the chorizo go perpendicular to the bread? It was cheese, chorizo,
and avocado. And it was the most stressed the gameplay in a Pokemon game has ever got, was me and Blue trying not to have any of
the chorizo
fall off.
The pair of us nearly freaked out fully at the end because there was one sausage that like wouldn't quite fit, so we were like, oh no, it has to be stacked on top of another one. So it was literally just letting it go and just as it like wobbled a little bit.
I need the chat to know as well, in case they've forgotten. The fun thing about that as well is I don't have any depth perception because one of my eyes doesn't work. So like I truly don't know. And like depth perception in that minigame is hard to tell anyway. So like I truly don't know when I let go of an ingredient where it's going. A mayo sandwich with egg and mayo. Yeah, the funniest thing is when you do like a shiny hunt or something with a lot of people, because they all just have to bring salt to contribute, which means you end up with like a sandwich with like 80 pieces of salt in it.
It's very funny.
Absolute good luck energy to cooking, yeah.
Mayo sandwich with mayo and more mayo, more mayo. Oh no.
Yep, that's what it's like.
Tuna mayo and egg mayo mayonnaise sandwich. Just
Yep. I was about to launch into a story about our Unite games, but I swiftly forgot what story from our Unite games I was going to tell.
I mean, you absolutely floored me with your comments on Brixton's walking animation.
I don't remember what I said, but I remember it was funny.
It's the I need to pee walk.
It's Delphox. Delphox in Unite walks like she's wearing bell bottoms, but she really needs to pee, and she's like making moves.
I need to pee walk, and I was like, it just absolutely almost dropped my Switch in the middle of this match.
For reference, I was playing Delphox.
Yeah. Favorite Pokemon cooking thing throughout the ages?
I know what it isn't.
What isn't it? Isn't it the sandwich?
No, I like that in a funny, cursed kind of way.
Mhm.
It's I'm a big Milotic fan, so take a guess.
Oh,
It's fucking Poffins.
Poffins and not Pokeblocks?
I didn't even interact with
Oh,
Pokeblocks.
you don't do Pokeblocks.
No, what game
Pokeblocks were
is it
interesting
from?
because Pokeblocks is Ruby and Sapphire. It was the first.
Yeah, I haven't played.
It was the original way to get Milotic. That's why I was
Yeah.
like Pokeblocks.
Oh yeah, I
Milotic's a
forget.
Gen
I forget
4 Pokemon.
Milotic's not Gen 4. Sorry.
Yeah, but Pokeblocks was interesting because it was basically just a spinning dial, and you each had a position around the dial, and you basically just had to press the A button when it came round to you. So it was like a timing mini game. You just got to beep, beep, beep. And
Terrible.
You just got to press A button. That was Pokeblocks. Poffins obviously is the stirring in a circle of don't stir too fast, but also don't go too slow.
I just remember having to grind ingredients because for Milotic you only want the one type of Poffins.
Yes, beauty Poffins.
So like I just remember grinding for so long. I started making those and then gave up. Yep. I feel like Sun and Moon's one I like didn't even interact with. They introduced me to curry and I was like, okay.
That was Sword and Shield had curry. Sun and Moon didn't have a.
Sun and Moon has one.
Oh, it was the Pokepuffs, isn't it? For Sun and Moon.
Is it?
Yeah, curry is Sword and Shield.
This should show you how forgettable it is.
Curry is Sword and Shield because it's Britain. Of course, we're gonna make curry.
Yeah. I can't believe they gave this game sandwiches and not give us curry. That's giving us, I think, too much credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been some cooking mini games. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the
Pokemon Refresh, it wasn't a cooking mini game that you could give them food, but it was like
Right.
Nintendo's Pokemon Refresh, which was like you brush dirt off them. And
yeah. I like that system because you could get rid of poison and shit without having to give a shit.
Yeah. But it didn't actually have any cooking, quote unquote.
No. But it did have the Jack and the Beanstalk Island.
Yes, that's where you got the poke beans from.
Yes. What am I thinking of from Sun and Moon then?
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Is it like a restaurant I'm thinking of?
There is a restaurant where you can buy masaladas at, which
Masaladas, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. I was like,
do have like the bitter and the sour ones, which is but you didn't cook them, you just bought them.
Yeah. Which is a bit like the X and Y restaurants, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, in Pokemon games I rarely interact with like the extended mechanics. Like, Blue taught me about EVs and IVs this gen.
Yeah, but only because this gen made them so accessible.
It made me learn them. And I still don't think I fully understand, but I have, I have used the system.
Again, this gen, I think, it made them more accessible, but it also made them more mandatory. Because in Sword and Shield, the top tier raids was still just kind of like, you can do them, but the top tier raids in Scarlet and Violet, it's literally, you need to have like good IVs and max level and perfect move loadouts, or you're going to be smushed. And even if you have got all of those, you may still get smushed.
You get smushed by lag. Shout out to everyone who followed me on my journey to catch Decidueye this week.
Yeah.
The only side mechanic that matters in Pokemon is spinning. Isn't that so funny how that's like a universal thing in Scarlet and Violet? It's like the moment you join a lobby, everyone's like,
spin.
I thought that was just our friend group, and then I joined with a different group of friends, and they also all did it.
I think that was started kind of in
last gen, right?
Sword and Shield, because while it wasn't one-to-one multiplayer, that was when the spin mechanic was actually introduced, and it had an animation.
Yeah.
And if you span, it's different in Scarlet and Violet, which I think is just fun from a lore perspective, because the spin in Sword and Shield ends with the piece in the air, which is Leon's signature pose. And obviously Leon's a celebrity in the Galar region, but he's not a celebrity in Paldea.
Yes.
So I think it's a neat detail that they didn't actually just reuse the animation. They were like, no, we will make it different.
Yeah.
That's just a small thing.
Do you nearly fall on your ass?
Yes. Max CVIVs with Pokerus. Oh my god. Pokerus, man.
Every game should have spinning. Agreed.
Yeah. Just like every game should have a grappling hook.
And a fishing minigame. That's not true. There are some games I really wish did not have a fishing minigame. Stardew Valley.
Alright, I've done a grand total of one thing on this tonight and we're already almost an hour in.
Use grappling hook to catch fish.
Grappling hook! Thank you, Diglett. Someone gets it.
Everyone say thank you, Hades, for having a banger fishing game. Hades' fishing minigame is okay. It's very good for the fact that it exists at all and is in a game that fast paced.
Ooh, hello. You're not supposed to be like that.
Yes, the one in Yakuza. I've seen so many things. Yakuza is so fucking funny. I've never played a Yakuza game, but every time I see like any clip from any of them, I'm like, yep, that's right. Mm-hmm. That's what should be in that game. This is coming from someone who really loves Saints Row. I feel like Saints Row is like has some seriousness in extremely non-serious clothing, and then Yakuza is completely unserious things in serious clothing. They're fucking wild. I think I used the fishing rod in Monster Hunter World like twice.
I have unfortunately used it a few times because there were achievements tied to it. To get a couple of super rare fish. But my god, did I get them? I got that coelacanth.
Yeah, fishing is normally in like a game where fishing is like one of the primary mechanics. Is always my least favorite one.
Yeah.
Like it's my least favorite in Dreamlight Valley. It's my least favorite in Stardew Valley. It's my least favorite in like, literally any. Saints Row 1 was legit serious, the rest went hard into the silly. Saints Row 3 is extremely silly, but every so often gets serious, I find. But that might just be me. But yes, I do know that Saints Row 1 was like a more serious game. Animal Crossing fishing, I don't like. I not I dislike it, I just don't find it. It's not what I'd rather be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Stardew Valley is probably my least favorite because I'm bad at it. So I have a bias. Yakuza is a game in which your blood brother will threaten to end your life in one scene and you're doing a mission for fake Michael Jackson 2 scenes later. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Astounding.
Finally finished my Critipedia a bit ago. Jesus. Nope. Just nope.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog. Right, I said that I was gonna make progress, and then I haven't.
I mean, that's relatable to how I'm feeling tonight.
Mm-hmm. You like Final Fantasy XIV fishing, right, Curls? I actually do, yeah. But that's because I feel like... I don't know, I like all gathering in 14. But also I feel like Well, I should say something that fishing is the one gathering class I have not leveled to 90. But, and it does occasionally, when I have to do it for a quest or for crafting something, it's my least favorite thing to do in the world. If I want to play FF really bad, but I have no energy in my entire body, fishing is my favorite thing in that game.
It's one of those.
Because
ones.
it's like, it's so chill. It's got the right level of, I have to kind of give it attention, but at the same time I have to press like 3 buttons in just the right order. it's the it's the crafting and gathering equivalent of playing Dancer. It's like, it's fun, it's accessible, and you don't really have to think the whole time.
Mindless, yeah.
Yeah. But the moment I have to like catch a specific, I had to make shark glue a while ago, and I had to catch
That's an unfortunate set of words.
I had to catch 2 specific sharks for my alchemist quest line, and I nearly committed homicide. It was like, because the thing is, I'm still getting narrated about this. If you've never done fishing in Final Fantasy XIV or needed to do fishing, you've never encountered the absolute madness, which is when you look up the specific type of fishing you catch, right? If you look it up, and you'll inevitably end up on the Final Fantasy XIV like forums, and there'll be the entry for the thing, and then underneath it has a bit where you can put comments. And for most like hides for leather worker or gathering things, people will put the coordinates, or if it's like something you have to farm, people will be like, this is the best place and this is the best route, etc. If you look up anything you catch from Fisher, it is like a bloodbath in the comments.
Oh,
there are people disagreeing about the right type of bait, the right type of lure. I don't know what it is. Me and Aaron spent a long conversation about this, because people who are super into fishing in Final Fantasy XIV are some of the most ruthless assholes you've ever met. But like, it's so funny. And there is like a specific website for fishing in Final Fantasy XIV, but it's got a weird name and I can never remember what it is. But yeah, basically the chiller you go into it with, the better.
I can't comment on Guild Wars fishing because I haven't unlocked it yet. But they also added in fishing in Guild Wars.
Yeah. I started doing fishing in 14 because I wanted something brainless to do, and it was not important in any way. The less important it was to do, the more I wanted to do it.
Yeah, I get that. It's kind of chill. I will likely ignore it. Fair enough. I assume it has a purpose for
probably
for
for crafting and gathering or whatever.
Yeah, I imagine because they already had crafting well implemented, there are fish ingredients for higher level cooking recipes. And also, if I know Guild Wars achievements, because my god, they make achievements for everything. Because in Guild Wars, quite often achievements is the way you unlock a thing. So, like, you know, you can unlock a particular skin or a particular pet.
Our MMOs are shaking hands.
Yes.
They are friends.
Yeah, so
and agree on how things should work.
Yeah, completing an achievement for this. Congratulations, you have been given a mini pet. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yay!
Thank you, yay! Do you want to give me a mount? No. Oh.
No. Get this ultra rare 1% of players achievement, and then I'll give you a mount.
I've already done that, and I've already done that in WoW multiple times.
It's like if you went to actually like a fishing or hunting shop, and there's just the regular peeps there just yelling at each other. Yeah, that's what it's like. If you get too deep into the hunt train as well, I imagine it's the same. I imagine everyone in there having a red eyes shining and a knife being like, my opinion on technique is best. And the funny thing is as well, it has the picture of like their character. So picture like a little cat girl or like a little like round little potato being like, if you don't use the silver lure in Eastern Lenosha, you're a fool and a coward. It's like, what? Everyone that fishes as a tomberry, yeah, I think they're in disguise. And don't get me started on people who do ocean fishing. A small cat girl wearing a "Women Want Me, Fish Fear Me" cap. I think I've seen that like 50 times on FF Twitter.
Yeah.
That's culture. That's
Sorry,
culture.
but the visual image of Exa fishing is just that girl coming out of the ocean with a fish in her mouth.
Oh, for sure. Would Iffy be good at fishing? I think she would be, but I don't think she would like killing fish, weirdly. But the actual, like, process... Yes, she would love to go with other people while they were fishing, right? Ocean fishing is just great, ... I've seen Xenos with the war who, like, wants me fish for me, yeah. Yeah, Iffy would be the friend who went, like, if the squad is going fishing, if he's going and she is carrying the picnic basket, she has bought Doritos.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't be trusted to make food. She can't cook to save her life. Canon. If you go fishing with a group in Guild Wars, you get bonuses.
Oh, neat.
Good to
I wondered why they put multiple seats in the fishing skiffs. That's neat. So people can fish together. That's cute.
Yeah, harpoons is the other choice. Yes, 100%. It's just with the fucking dragoon relic that I can't remember the name of. What's it called, Blue?
What, Gaybolg?
Gaybolg.
Yeah, that's how she'd fish. Spear fishing, to be fair.
Exa Astinian. They're shaking hands.
The Exa and Astinian could very easily be the same person.
Yeah. So of course they fight like siblings.
Oh yes, they're very much a sibling relationship.
Yep.
You know, a friendly reminder that one of the first things that Exa did when she met Astinian was beat 6
Kick
kinds
his ass.
of crap out of him.
Yeah. I never forget.
Just part of it. That was so funny to me that you didn't know that the first time. Of just like, oh yeah, Astinian's part of the Dragoon storyline, and you were like, what? And I was like, yeah, we weren't even level 50 at that point. It was like level.
Oh no, I did know that because Jesse talked about it.
Ah, right. It's like, yeah, like you get to meet Astinian at like level 40 in
Yeah,
Realm
you kick his
Reborn.
ass.
And it's like you don't meet him until
thing I
Heavensward
didn't-
if you play a different
yeah.
class.
The thing I didn't know with yours was that he has different dialogue when you do meet him. If
Yeah,
you are
because we've met before.
he's met before.
yeah, that was it. You were watching the cinematic and it had.
And I was like, that
dialogue.
dialogue's different.
I was like, yeah, because we've already met.
Yeah, because I remember Jesse always talks about how they don't acknowledge it enough.
Don't acknowledge the fact the player beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It's like,
Gwen would
sir?
just kick a battery into the ocean and flick it on before turning it off and netting all the dead fish. Yeah. If he's not built for that life. She's too gentle. She's so gentle. Don't look at the rapier. It's fine. Shh. Drink water, Blue.
Ah, thank you.
I will say, because there's been no talk after Oka about the theories on the blood and things, so I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. I knew it was going to go one of two ways. You were either going to go, like, take a bunch of information for the rest of chat. Oka happened.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a lore dump in that I literally opened about 20 different experiment notes in front of them and left them to work it out.
I mean, yeah, we can't even talk about the what was found without talking about the method in which it was delivered. It was fantastic, and oh my god,
I've been working on it for so long.
I loved it so much, and literally, like, the only way that you could even slightly improve it was by doing it IRL, which is, like, you know, physically impossible. So it was like, it was so well executed. I loved it. Literally giving us all of these handouts in a mixed up order, and we are there just discussing amongst ourselves, like, what order they go in and linking them up. And
for chat, what happened is they discovered the secret laboratory of Tala's old mentor, one of Tala's old mentors, and basically it was in, like, disarray. Like, there was a clear notebook that had all the, like, lab notes in it, and Tala's other mentor had torn them all out of the notebook and, like, spread them out on the table to try and understand, but they were just in, like, a random order and they weren't dated, and they were sort of like the visual, because obviously you guys just saw handouts with text on it, but the visual is crazier because they're loose pages written out in a language and a shorthand that none of you speak, and then above it translated, so they look like insanity. And a bunch of little diagrams and things. And this guy that has written all this out is not a scientist, but is attempting to do something scientific. So they basically I got them all to close their eyes, and I opened all the handouts so they were all just on the screen when they opened their eyes. And they had to try and work out what he was trying to establish and what he realized, what he learned, because it's relevant to Tala. Excellent scientific process, though. There are multiple points where he's like, this actual scientist points out I've been stupid this whole time. I've been working on that for a very long time, and I changed how I was going to do it about 4 times. As I said to Blue, I nearly made it in real life and shipped it to Blue.
There was some notes that she said she would have given to me, and I'm actually upset that you didn't, and it's only because of the whole moving circumstances that you didn't. I'm really upset. So I would have lost my mind. It
would have worked out worse, unfortunately, but it would have been very cool.
Yes.
Better than Frankenstein and probably better than Jekyll. Better quality than Jekyll, yes. The word quality is doing some heavy lifting. Jekyll at least was slightly qualified. Similar to Frankenstein, I suppose, but wasn't trying to make anything, just trying to understand. Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun because basically then my job was just to sit back and let you guys try and because there were ways in which the players knew more than the person writing the notes. So they were like, okay, how does this relate with what we know about what's going on? Like, try and weave it into what they knew, and it was a good time. And yeah, and then you guys had some stellar roleplay right in the middle.
Yay! A big character breakthrough moment. So that glorious moment in the campaign when the character who was a bitchy edgelord actually opens up a little bit and
and says I'm sorry.
And says I'm sorry to somebody and helps actually clarify a few things that they've been keeping secret because they're being a bitchy edgelord.
Yep. It's good shit. Yeah, it was fun. And it was also, I talked to the players about this a lot, but the character that wrote all these notes has been dead before the campaign even started. But also in my like world building, it's probably one of my favorite characters I've made. So it was fun to sort of, in a weird way, play the character. But they never appeared, really. They have appeared in a dream sequence once. Long story.
It's a very long story.
But, like, to just kind of let him exist in just what remained in these notes. It's called presence of absence. I've talked about it before, I'm sure.
Yes, you have, and you like to utilize it a lot, which is very cool.
Yeah. But the thing is as well, I went through multiple, I think I spoke to you about this vaguely, where I was like, I've realized the way I was going to do something was not the right way. Yeah, I was going to do it physically. I was at one point as well just going to type everything in one document and then send it to you. But like, I was like, there's got to be a more engaging way to deliver this information. That's my constant thing I'm working on in D&D is I need to deliver a bunch of information to the players. How do I do that in a way that's interesting? And sometimes I hit the mark and sometimes I really miss. You deliver this solidly? Yeah. This sounds heckin' dope. Thank you.
It was so good.
I hope I can even slightly follow it. Yeah, it is sort of a meme in my campaign that I really love to give handouts and just walls of text. But I really do, and I really like you guys having things that you can go back to and like continue to understand as the campaign goes on.
Yeah, no, I really like them as well.
Yeah.
I haven't done it a whole lot because of, like, you know, real life distractions and
time and attention.
But a time and attention span. But for a small amount of sessions, I have actually physically wrote them down in Tyler's notebook, and under one of them, I printed out one of the handouts that you gave me.
Oh, I remember,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, but like I took it into Google and like gave it a more like calligraphy kind of font and printed it out and then like tea stained the paper and stuff like that, and then
that's what everything would be like if I ran this in real life.
Yeah, so like I've you know, so I have that physically stuck in the notebook, and it's like if I could actually engage my brain and have enough free time to do it, I would love to be able to do that with all of it.
Yeah. If I had more time, I would edit them all to look cool, but I'm not really a graphic designer, so the times I have managed to kind of make it cool, look like a cool letter, there's still that element of like, it doesn't quite look right. It doesn't live up to my standards, which are very high.
Hugging that scene, living rent-free in my head for years. Yay!
Yeah, same.
Which is a good one. Emotional one.
It also just, there's something about the fact that hug happened in again, the visual, right? Of a disused, wrecked mess of a secret lab with a skeleton in the corner. Like, yeah, why not? Literally before, this is a topic change slightly, in relation to D&D, but not in relation to Oakart. Literally just before the stream started, my brother came in and was like, I need D&D advice for my character. I was like, yes, hit me. And he was like, this is an RP thing, not a mechanics thing. I was like, great. He was so, because he doesn't run the same type of D&D that we do. So I was like, he was like, so my character last session lost an eye. And I don't know which direction to take him from here. We talked about it for a long time. And I was like, are you consulting me for my D&D expertise or my half-blind expertise? And I think I freaked him out because he did a thing where he put his hand like pretty close to my face like this and was like, well, you can't see certain things. I was like, yeah, I can see clean through your hand. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, I can see straight through your hand. He was like, what? That was a fun conversation.
I'm sure that took a while to explain.
Well, to be honest, I don't really understand why I can do it, so it's like, this is my best guess.
Chat is probably...
Because the human... Yeah, everyone in chat right now, own up. How many of you are doing this?
Chat's probably just sat there going, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What are you talking
own up,
about?
Chat. Wait, can you guys not see through your hands when you hold it in front of your face? No?
Curls.
I don't know. How would I know?
I mean, fair.
Literally,
also...
how would I know? This is a revelation as of today. I'm trying to comprehend it from the way that you guys must see it, and that hurts my head a little bit.
Look, it's. I mean, before people start getting really confused about this, I am imagining that it's partially due to the way the human brain works with the eyes to create an image, which is similar to how a VR headset works, and that there are two separate images that are slightly skewed from each other that are being fed into your brain. Because Curls has an eye that doesn't work properly, she's kind of only getting one of those images.
Yeah, I'm getting like 1.25. So like the reason that I give to my brother, which I think is a pretty good guess, is that I can kind of see what's on the other side of my hand right now, right? Like I can kind of see it. So my brain kind of merges what it can see from like between my fingers and what I know is there and stuff with what little information it can get from this way. But it kind of is creating this image, but then this eye is like, wait, but the hand is here.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see both.
Yeah, it's literally pretty much that. Is there's two images are going into your brain, but your brain is kind of fulfilling, in the same way, where people are like, technically you can always see your nose, but your brain just kind of edits it out unless you specifically sort of try to look for it. And if you look, you cross your eyes and you look down, it's like, oh, I can see my nose. It's like, you can always see your nose. You just your brain edits it out.
You just don't need to see it all the time.
So
I thought you meant literally wedged against your face. No. Well, actually, yes, I can. But yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
Congratulations, we've managed to make a group of how many people are in chat right now? A group of 8.
At least 8 people.
A group of about 8 people in different locations around the world who will hold their hands up to their faces.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really interesting thing. Every so often, because it wasn't really not a thing I've really thought about in my life. It's just a thing that's always been true. So like every so often I'll be like, how does this look for people like trying to conceive of the world completely differently? It's really hard. As I imagine it is vice versa.
Yeah. What is it? What's the one? Hang on.
Blue's gone off to find something.
I'm gonna have to find a niche trivia thing, which is a good example for things like this. Yeah, the human eye can process 3 channels of color, which is red, green, and blue.
Galactia blue on the same.
Congratulations! Yeah, however, there is a creature known as the mantis shrew, which has 12.
Oh, they can see more color.
It can see 12 channels
Shrimp
of color.
colors.
It can see 12 channels of color, but we can see.
This is really weird. I nearly referenced shrimp colors earlier this
yeah.
stream.
Yeah. So the shrimp can see a bajillion colors that we don't even know exist because we literally just cannot see them.
And then there are people who are red-green colorblind. You can't even perceive them.
Yeah, so Galaxia's only got 2. Have you ever thought of trying those colorblind glasses, or is it just not something
that must be wild?
I know. Also, I've been informed from one video that I watched that a lot of the videos where people put on the glasses and go, "Wow, that's amazing!" Oh, just click
yeah.
In actual fact,
oh yeah, for sure.
In actual facts, you have to put them on, and then your eyes have to adjust to it.
Yeah.
Over time. It's like, yes, there is a...
Which is why the ones that are more legit, right, are more likely to be like, person goes outside with them for the first time. Like, they're more likely to have worn them for a while.
Yeah, you gotta wear them like inside or something. Your eyes apparently have to adjust to them. Because
I've used them before, it gives me a headache. But yeah, I can imagine your brain's processing information it didn't know existed. I always love seeing the YouTube shorts of every time that Sam Strippin does a colorblind test. And he like really stares at it. Like he approaches colorblind tests like they're a thing he can beat.
I mean, Sam.
Yeah.
Mr. Competitive. Das, am I to read that as you have a form of colorblindness? Am I only just learning
I was gonna say.
Or are you just saying that you tried colorblind glasses even though you aren't colorblind?
Colorblind people sound off in chat.
The first time if this is true. I tried them
I've tried them even though I'm not. Okay.
Ah, that's probably why you got the headache then. I think. Oh boy, time to Google colorblind tests.
Yeah.
Are we doing this now?
I have done one. I am not. Imagine what our skin looked like to mantis shrimps. Yeah, I can imagine. We look like fucking Technicolor.
Yeah. I mean, people's skin.
They really inhibit your other color vision. Yeah, true. They greatly inhibit your other color vision, which is too much of a sacrifice for my profession. Fair.
Ah, I see.
I lived under the impression for a very long time that my brother was red-green colorblind, but it just turns out he just prefers playing games with colorblind settings on.
Oh, interesting.
Because for a lot of games it just
thing, I guess.
Well, yeah, but also for a lot of games it really increases the contrast. So like he doesn't have to like think as much. He can just like be like, yep, that's that prompt, etc. Especially when he was playing like fighting games and stuff. Yeah, this is if anyone wants a funny video time, enjoy Sam trying to beat a colorblind test, question mark?
Are we going down this now, chat? Do you want to do a group test?
Let's everyone do a test. Ready? I'm gonna pull it up on your stream.
I gotta refresh it because okay.
Time limit reached.
It's a time limit one. Okay.
2.
3. I'm letting it run the full time so that people can get a good look at it. 6.
Yeah.
This will be interesting because I've got my I have actually got a screen filter on at the moment to try to help my eyes in the evening. So we'll see if that influences anything. That's a 7. That's another 1.
My favorite Sam clip is when he killed Epona. That's a very iconic one.
No, Epona! It's 1 again.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Galaxia.
Tonight
I'm glad
we're
it's
all
like
doing a colorblind test.
Yeah.
There you go.
These are always funny though because it always gets to ones where I'm like, I know I'm not colorblind, but I'm not sure, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see these anymore. Okay, yeah, they're getting harder for sure.
Yeah, they're getting harder. Yeah. 5 again. Man, this thing likes 5. I feel like the last sort of 4 have been 5. 2.
Yeah, even that one. The 2 is hard for me even.
This is starting to get tricky, but that's a 9. That's a hard one. That was a hard one.
Oh, that was a 2. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
I'm sorry, Galaxia, we're not making fun of you.
No, I'm just curious now. This is a 7. These ones are starting to get tricky. I'm feeling like I'm gonna start having to squint soon. It's a 6.
Just has discovered they have normal color vision.
Yay!
I was about to be mad. Wicked eggs, thank you. I wanted to make sure, because then, yeah.
Ooh, oh god, that's a tough one. Ooh.
That is actually hard.
Whoa, that one. Okay, that one's the first one that's actually thrown me. I think it might have been a 4.
I saw 4.
That's a 5 again.
Yep. Just about.
That's a 3. That one's gone back to being easier again.
Yep, thank God.
That's 4
I
again.
was about to be mad finding out I've been painting 3D models green only to find out they're grey. It would be crazy if you've been showing those models to all of us and none of us had said anything.
It's a 7. While I am getting all of these, I'm learning that I maybe am struggling slightly with the very monotone reddish
But then you do
ones.
have a yellow light filter on your monitor.
That's
right
true. Yeah, it was the reddish ones I was struggling with. The blue ones were like sticking out, which is interesting because the light filter is meant to filter out blue light because it's blue light that hurts your eyes. So it's interesting that I could still very plainly see. Maybe the reason I like blue so much is because I perceive it very vibrant.
I mean, that's same for red with me. But that's like a psychological thing. People gravitate towards red. That's why app icons are more likely to be red.
Because like, these days they're blue.
Yeah, because they're more calming. Blue's the more calming color.
There we go. We just did an eye test on this
There you go.
colorblind test. That was fun.
I was gonna say colorblind test, not an eye test. If this was an eye test, this would get funny very fast. If you guys want comedy, see me go to the opticians.
Oh no.
Because it's so funny because you guys know the opticians, right? Where they got the letters on the lines, you know.
Yeah, that jazz.
I love purple, but I can hardly see it, but you can bet my butt feels it.
Hey.
Your name is purple now, and that has always been how I perceive you.
This is where Galaxia goes, wait, my name's Purple?
But yeah, when I go to the opticians, and it's really funny because I'll be like, I know how this is gonna go, but okay. And it's like, okay, I can read almost all of them apart from like the microscopic ones. Okay. Close your left eye. Yep. Can do pretty much the same. Close your right eye. I can't read the top line.
Oh boy.
It's like the letter's like this big. I'm like, I can take a guess. One time I got to the 4th line down, I was like, high score. I think that's normal to want and reasonable to achieve.
Oh my goodness. I diagnose you with purple. Ah, K syndrome.
Yeah. You bitches with K at the start of your name. You all want to be purple, huh?
Bitches love purple. It's me. I'm bitches.
Bitches love purple. We the gang. Good. I'm glad, Des.
Hey. See? Contrast. That's what we said last night.
It's about
contrast.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about Iffy's design, right?
Yeah.
I got a new chess piece on Iffy and it's very cute.
Yeah, she's red, so you contrast it with blues.
Yeah. But I tend to go for darker blues just because it feels a little bit more classy. And it also doesn't... It's not, like, so contrasty that it's hard to look at. And also, as I said, she's got, like, dark purple scales. So it makes the scales look like part of the outfit instead of just being present. Shall I link chat my new cute picture of Iffy? You guys want to see my blowbow?
You love your blowbow. God damn it. Wrong. Again, the 3D equivalent of being on the wrong layer.
Why do we even have that layer? Everyone perceive. Still feels so weird hearing it said in the open. You can all blame Das for that.
Yes.
There's another one. But I got that chess piece, and it's so Aphignia core, it's almost insulting.
It's very pretty. It's so nice.
Just like the ruffle on the shoulder, the like pleats in the skirt, it's very her.
Mm-hmm. Also, guys, while we're on the subject of this, the marketing got me. I think I found this. I think I found the uh-oh is uh-oh my wallet, because these are not cheap. And you know me, I'm not really like.
No, that's why I was saying uh-oh.
I'm not a clothing person. You know, I live in, you know, like sweatpants. And
I'm very excited. Where is this going?
I live in sweatpants and t-shirts. You know, I'm a simple person. I should probably treat myself more and wear nicer outfits, but most of the time I can't be arsed. Yeah, like curls, you just like, you know, killing it every time.
I'm so simple. I'm a basic girl.
This website, my god, if there was anything to make me wish I earned more, because like the bare minimum, most of these outfits are $100 at the lowest.
I'm waiting for a name I know.
Holy Clothing.
Yes, I love them. Holly or Holy, no one knows how to say it, but everyone loves them. Momo O'Brien does all their promo, and I have been following these guys for ages, and for ages they didn't make shit in my size.
Look.
Also, they're collabing with Azrai, who is a creator that I've followed for a really long time, to make mask-coded ones that are like kind of like what you imagine your bard wears.
Yeah.
Like it's. I've been wanting some of this stuff for a very long time. I'm glad you found it.
Yeah.
And I will say, for anyone who's interested, they are pretty reputable. Especially among the LARP space. The LARP space basically relies on them.
I can imagine.
If you look up any fantasy LARP,
like D&D clothing.
Yeah, if you look up any fantasy LARP from the last like 5 years, there's probably someone wearing one of these dresses.
Look, this is something that I can say on stream, especially look. This is me getting very like uncharacteristically feminine for me, because I'm not a dress person in many cases. Obviously, I went to my brother's wedding a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
At this point.
And you looked gorgeous.
Thank you. I wasn't even wearing a dress, which is the interesting thing. Which is why probably felt really comfortable. It was actually like trousers and a top kind of thing, but it was still exceedingly feminine. You know, it was very flowy, almost like these clothes. So when I came to this website and I saw this here, blue hydrangea.
That in blue and then that in red is me and you to a T.
This is the thing. When I looked at that, I was like, bruh, I think I would prefer to wear that to a wedding dress. Yeah. Like that isn't that. I looked at that and I was like, holy shit, that is actually, because it was very fresh in my brain at the time, because I found this around the time that my brother's wedding occurred. I looked at that and I was like, oh shit, that is something I would wear as my wedding dress.
This is my favorite thing. When people find the part of fashion that they like makes them feel good, I will forever remember for the rest of my life the first time I put on that white shirt I have with the high ruffle collar and the puffy sleeve. Because I never want anything like it, and I avoided like white shirts like the plague, because school.
Yeah.
And I put it on for the
first. I have an aversion to skirts because school.
Yeah, and I put it on and I was like, oh, I just want to dress like this all the time.
Yeah. It's your
and
blue,
it's like
blue.
I feel you feel comfy and like confident, and it's just it makes you feel good when you get it right. And so I'm always excited when someone finds a piece of fashion that they're excited about.
It's like I steer away from most dresses instinctively, but I saw this and I was like, I want to try it on.
Also, I'm going to link in chat Az's tweet about the collab they're doing with Holly, so you can see some of their designs, because he is amazing. Yeah, I will say if people want to talk to me about this kind of stuff, you're welcome in my DMs any day. Because I have thoughts and opinions about getting stuff that'll make you feel good.
When I'm trying to design an OC and I can't think of an outfit for them because that's like my weakest point, I'm just going to come to the WIS website now.
Blue, click the link I just put in chat. Do it right now.
Oh my god, that's literally what they did.
This is going to be their collab with Holly.
Yo.
Or Holy. Holy? I guess it's Holy.
It's Holy because there's one L.
Yeah. For a while, people kept saying Holy, and I was like, is it just Holly? And I was like, is it just different?
Yo, if I buy pants, I would buy this immediately.
Yeah, I will too. We will live in them.
This thing here, I want that. I want that immediately. Like, the aesthetic of the clothes is enough to make me pause and be like, yo, I want to try it on. And they don't...
This is the thing that I realized. For a long time, I didn't give a shit about what I wore or, like, truly any item of clothing. I was like, it's clothing, whatever. But that's because I kind of was looking at what people wore just, like, around me. But the thing is that, like, if you want to, like, there are parts... how do I word this? If you want to wear something fun, something with color, something that's got a different silhouette, something that seems a little bit outdated. I'm dressed like a Victorian today. Fucking do it, because the amount it makes you feel good. And honestly, since I've started dressing the way that I actually wanted to, and that made me feel good, and that was like weird, and like people often noted was weird, I felt so much better at myself than I ever did trying to like match people I was never gonna match. Yeah, I'm starting down this path with my new boots. Yeah, when I first started messing around with like punk and goth clothing, I remember having the same kind of feeling.
Yeah, I literally saw it. I didn't like it, which was silly of me because it was very, it's very typical of what you're just saying. I saw a tweet literally like either earlier today or yesterday, which was literally like a person who's an artist working at home, literally saying like how I dressed last year, and it was just 4 pictures of them dressed exactly the same in like a grey top and sweatpants, and then another one's like how I dressed this year, and it's like different crazy outfit every day, and they're like, I am treating myself, and I literally looked at that and saw myself because I was like, that is me. I work from home, so every day I just go nearest t-shirt, nearest sweatpants, comfies, and it's like I feel comfy because I'm just working from home. But I'm like, at what point is my brain going to start going, something is wrong, and I'm not going to
input,
and I'm not going to know that it's clothing because it's never been an issue before.
Yeah, and it's important to have fun with it. Like, it's just a quick way to make yourself feel good. Anytime I want to feel good, the skirt that I'm wearing right now, I put on immediately and I feel better. It's a floor-length princess skirt. I wear it as often as I can. And it's like, yeah, it's like some days I wake up, I love a good pair of leggings. I'll wear leggings and a vest any day. But if I need to just like feel like a human being, I have to put on real clothes. I did that today because went out and did a bunch of gardening. You bet I didn't do it in this vintage ass 80s lace t-shirt, this little lace button up. So I got dressed for this stream because it makes me feel good and energized and like I can be in front of people. Yeah, there is the account. And one of the things I ended up doing was making a like apron stitch because I was like, I want to dress how I want, but also I like cooking. But yeah, anyway, this has begun to matter a lot to me, so I'm glad that you have experienced some of that serotonin. I hope you continue to explore it and have fun with it. And yeah, everyone wear something weird.
Yeah,
make you feel better.
That's pretty much it. I literally had a light turn on in my brain when I saw the clothing. I was like, yeah, that's really pretty. And then I went to the website and saw that blue dress, and I was like, holy shit, I would wear that for my wedding.
Awakening.
Fuck,
Awakening within self.
I would wear that for my wedding. Holy shit.
Do it. Elf wedding. Let's go.
For real, though? For real. So, it might happen.
Let's do it. I will also wear a holy clothing dress. I don't care. Let's go. Weirdo wedding.
But the thing is that it's nice enough that like.
Yeah, yeah. People won't know.
Even regular people probably wouldn't think much about it. They'd probably just like, oh wow, that's really pretty and really different.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a good time to be weird. Every day is a good day to be a weirdo, and I encourage it for everyone. That's my thesis statement. And if that means you dress like a oh god, what are the many ways I've described my style? Like a like a protagonist from a 2000s children's book grew up a little bit, then that's what you wear. But yeah, for people who want, I should say, this is the insider scoop. For people who want that style of dresses and outfits, holy clothing, loud bodies. I have not, Vaz.
2 robes with her dragon on it. Ooh. Hold that thought. I'm dying to pee. I'll be right back.
You go.
It has come upon me very suddenly.
Go. Oh, I know the art though. I know the art though, Vaz. I'm very familiar with that artist. And I should say as well, like, obviously this is more of a revelation in Blue's case because Blue being dressy is new for Blue, right? But this is true if you guys want to, like, if what makes you feel good is, like, I don't know, anything, wear what makes you comfortable and feels good. Loud bodies. They are expensive, much like holy clothing, but I swear by them. I'm wearing a piece of their clothing right now. And they are a good, sustainable business that make beautiful dresses. And I know they're trans friendly and will also make anything custom sizes. So. Oh my god, I haven't actually looked at their bridal collection. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. I can't look at them. I don't have any money. And I will also say to people, if you want to try something new to wear, but you don't have a lot of money, always remember secondhand. You'll find weirder stuff in your local charity shop than you will in any store. I know this from experience. I also have a good amount of knowledge of weirdo Depop, which is girls are wish lists on loud bodies visible for birthday reasons. I don't even think that exists. Y'all can't be buying me loud bodies things for my birthday. That's way too fucking expensive. Oh, I literally have an email in my inbox from Loud Body saying they're having a sale. Terrible timing. That was literally 30 minutes ago. What the fuck they knew? Patricia from Loud Bodies knew. Patricia from Loud Bodies, are you here? She's listening. Give us a fucking discount now. But yeah. But yeah, this was a weird tangent. I Enough shilling for different companies. How y'all doing? I apologize to anyone in chat who is perhaps a little less comfortable in talking about fashion and things like that. Yeah, I know. Speaking of chat, are you supposed to be working? 100%, but Blue left, so I have to entertain chat.
Hello. Hi.
She's back now, so I can go back to work.
Total side tangent. Does anybody else feel after since pre-pandemic that even if they wash their hands like twice, they are still not clean?
They're never clean enough. Yeah,
well,
never for real. I always remember that thing of like companies that make sterile gloves are trying to emulate how clean human hands are after encountering soap.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that and I feel a little better.
Okay. So I literally just like wash my hands with hot water and soap, wash them again with hot water and soap, I've come back in here and I'm like, I need to wash them again. I don't feel clean enough. Pre-pandemic for you.
Yeah. I got a new video coming out for work tomorrow and off to Bulgaria on Thursday. Damn, have fun. Okay, chat, take a breath. Chat. You can always get mechanic soap. Yeah, for real.
Tam, look
Baby,
at you
did you
and
fart
your
again?
high-flying fancy job. Couldn't be me.
Baby, did you fart again? I can smell that.
Oh, baby.
She looked at me with the reddest eyes.
She tired.
Baby, are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? You too sleepy to come say hi? Yeah, okay. She's so sleepy that she put her head up. She was like laying on her paws like this. So she looked around to look at me. And then I was like, okay. And then she went, wee. Went to sleep like that. She is farting like so much though, which is making being in this room a little unbearable.
What did she eat?
I don't know.
Okay, this is where I have to battle my own mental prejudices. I have to make these bigger for the absolute heathens on the internet.
Yep.
Ugh.
Chomp down on that fart food. Yeah, for real. With Phoebe, God knows. God knows what she's eating. She's stupid. I love her very much, but she's nothing in her head. So God knows. Phoebe's very funny because her favorite thing, like if you just like start petting her and go, "Are you stupid?" She gets so excited.
Aww.
You think you're stupid?
She's like,
There's
yeah,
nothing in your head.
I'm dumb.
She's like, yeah. I don't know anything. It's like, God, I wish that were me. Oh, to know nothing. Gizmo's like that. If I go Tokyo, silly old man, he just slaps me. Yeah, me and my brother always, it's really funny because my brother really bonds with our cat and I really bond with Phoebe. So my brother knocked on my door earlier and was like, "Come see this." And he was just holding the cat like this and was like, "Look at the baby."
Look at the baby.
He will always, every time, because she doesn't like being held for very long, but she does like it, full stop. So like, put her down, and he always says this thing where if one of us scoops her, he goes, Look at you. Once you were a proud cat, but now you're just a baby. Reduced to this.
Sadie vibes.
Yeah, for real. He talks to her like she's like like something's she's an ancient being. She made us laugh the other day because we have like a little porch on our house, and we have a like letterbox on the front, and Tilly will often sleep on it. And the other night they went to let Tilly back in from being out and about, and there was just an orange tabby just lying on our doormat that we didn't know or recognize, and we were like, who? Because Matilda, there's a lot of cats in this little area, and they all fight all the time. Tilly's got all kinds of, like, a bit of her ears missing, and like she's very in the gang, the gang scene on the block. But she was just sat, like, next to this orange tabby that was, like, rolling around and purring, and they were just vibing. Tilly will attack the next door neighbor's cats for taking a step on the area of pavement outside our house. But this cat was literally sleeping on our doorstep, and she was like, he's chill. And my brother was like, what is going on? And so my brother went out and like pet him for a bit, and Tilly was fine with it, and it was just like, what? And then we realized it's the Orange Cat Alliance.
Oh.
Because orange cats are the epitome of chill and stupid. Yeah. A member of our family has a like proper orange Tom, and he's an asshole actually. But yeah, my brother went out pet, but we realized that because Matilda's her coloration is called apricot. It's not like a full orange, but it's like tinged. Lou, you've seen Matilda, you know.
Yeah. Orange
but
cats
like,
the epitome of chill and stupid. You are correct.
Yes. Let me see if I can find a... Yeah, she looks almost exactly like this kitty, actually. She looks like this cat. This is not Matilda, but she looks very much like her. So we were like, oh, these are the two orange cats. Apparently it's a rare coloration for cats. What? Didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember being surprised when I learned that.
Kind of makes sense. I don't think I've seen another cat like her. But she's a rescue. Have I told the story about how my nan picks cats on this stream?
Probably, but I'm happy to hear it again because I love cats.
My nan's had cats her entire life. And every time she has to get a new cat, so her cat before Matilda was called Jemima, and they're all called like things like that, like old English women names. And the way that my nan chooses cats is she goes into the RSPCA or whatever rescue center, and she looks for the cat that has the most spoilt princess energy. She looks for a cat with a superiority complex. I can't remember if it was Matilda. I think it was Jemima, actually. The story she always used to tell about Jemima is that there was like a litter of kittens. That wasn't right.
Huh?
That's a different thing. A litter of kittens, and there was just Jemima in the back was doing like these big steps, like these prances with her head up, like an aristocrat, you know, like proper prancing around. And she was like, that's going to be my cat, but I'll keep looking. And then when she came back the next time, all the other cats were gone, and it was just Jemima left. And she was like, that's because it's my cat.
Aww.
And then when she went and got Matilda, she was like, basically she looks for the biggest bitch cat. She's like, what is the female cat in here that is the worst? I want her. I respect that so much. They're rust colored, yeah. We've at the moment in this house got because Phoebe's not a usual color for. She's not an unusual color, but her fur's a weird texture for a spaniel, and then Matilda's like a rarer coloration. They're both just rescues. They're not like, they're not like designer animals. They're both just so, mutts. Always rescue your pets, people.
Yeah.
Made significant craft progress. Appreciate the art vibes from you both. I don't know how many of them you're getting, but you're certainly getting background noise. Rescues and mutts are the way to go, yeah.
Yeah, we've always had rescues.
Yeah.
Well, Sadie was basically a first-hand rescue.
Yeah. Bless her. If you can make out the breed of a mutt, something is wrong. I always think about Rocky. Rest in peace. My beautiful boy.
Oh, sweet
but
boy.
Yeah, he was a real, but the problem with Rocky wasn't that you couldn't see what breed he was, it was that you could see every breed. You're like, okay, well, that's definitely a Jack Russell, and then Dachshund, definitely Dachshund, because you're so long and have such tiny legs. But then what's up with that? Dachshund, or a sausage dog, if you're a normal person.
Dachshund.
Dachshund.
Hence why it's called Dachshund. Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hello, child! Is it getting close? Hello. Did I surprise
We've also realized I've had an unfortunate trend of having dogs that have the same physical disabilities as me.
Oh, dear,
because
yes.
Rocky was blind in this eye, same eye as me, and Phoebe's got fucked up hips the same way that mine are. A hot dog. Hot dog.
Dachshund. Or is it Dash? I think it's Dash.
No, it'd be Dach if it's German.
Dachshund.
I always say Dachshund just because that's the way I was taught to say it, but it's Dachshund, I think.
Dachshund.
Dachshund? That don't sound right.
Dachshund, yeah, is
Dax, it says.
It's a K-ish sound.
Yeah, D-A-K-S.
I know some people spell it D-A-X, but I thought that was just like a bastardization of the German.
I like how on this pronunciation thing, it's like, do you want the British pronunciation or the American one? I was like, neither, I want the German. It's a German word. What is wrong with you?
Is it a German word or is it a British word that they've tried to make German? Because that happens.
I mean, it's a German breed, so I assume it's the German name.
Hmm.
You go to the page, it literally says Origin Germany. It's a German breed.
What is...
Because the
now I
quote-unquote
have to
English
look.
names is sausage dog.
Yes. I'm now curious
Hund
what...
is literally German for dog.
For dog, yeah. That's why I was like, what's the Dax part?
Apparently it comes from badger. Name Dachshund is a German origin.
Yeah,
which
it means badger.
dog.
It's badger dog.
Badger dog. Stay on target. Oh, what is this stream if not about getting distracted by pretty things?
I've heard people call Rottweilers Rottweilers. Yeah, that's what we call them in the UK. It's hard to tell. To be fair, it's with...
Wait, what do you mean, we? I still call them a Rottweiler, not a Rockweiler.
No, but also it's hard to tell with a lot of accents is what the next thing I was going to say.
Oh, right,
like,
okay.
the difference between a T and a CK in some British accents is almost negligible.
Yeah, because to be fair, if you... Like, you'd call it a Rottweiler, but you wouldn't emphasize the T as much, so it would sound very... Because I just said I call them a Rottweiler, but I really emphasized the T there. In a casual sentence, I would say a Rottweiler. In my brain, I'm saying the letter T, but I can understand why people probably think you might be saying the letter K.
After all, it is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday, yes.
Yeah, I've had this discussion before, but the UK has a lot of like we call dogs things that other countries don't. Like the whole German Shepherd Alsatian thing. I still don't know which one's right. As a child, German Shepherd / Alsatian thing confused me so much. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that confused me when I was a kid as well.
I'm still not 100% that I get it right, but I think I know. It's fun. There are so many dog breeds as well. And just when you think you know them all, it'd be like... I remember my aunt has 2 Welsh Springer Spaniels, which are different from Springer Spaniels. And I did not know that they existed. But they are very cute. We are a big fan of all doggos on this stream.
German Shepherds
Aren't
are
we,
Rottweilers
Phoebe?
that went on a diet. Yes, Phoebe.
Aren't we, Phoebe? Every time I wake her up, she seems so mad. I'm not used to her being this sleepy. She's normally really happy to be woken up.
Aww.
Oh, did you flip over? What's this?
Is that a belly for belly rubs?
Hang on. Can't see right now. What you doing, Phoebe? What you doing? Hey, what you doing?
No.
Are you sleepy? You sleepy, Phoebe?
Someone, one of these spikes had a bit of a funky texture on them earlier, but they don't appear to anymore. Just been seeing things.
You're just gonna lie like that for a while.
Wet.
Oh god. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Everything's fine.
I've broken everything.
You have. Ah, it's because you went in front of the wire, not behind it. Wants tummy rubs. She does and she doesn't. You're a very good sport. She's a very good sport. She puts up with a lot because we put up with her.
I just realised at the start of the stream I didn't increment the save, so let's hope that this save doesn't mess up and I don't have to roll back. It shouldn't, because I've not changed any technical framework. I'm incrementing now for whatever difference it makes, as we're finishing in 15 minutes. I have been saving this entire time, but just the standard override save. Okay, so we've got upper body muscle, lower body muscle. Now we've now got a slightly larger breast, despite my opinion on it. I don't want to do a bulge.
You have to do it on stream.
In the segment of furry culture that I hate. They're all degenerates. Jesus Christ, Cole. That's a lot of meltdown. Did you find any shinies? No. F. XD. Got an XL one. Oh, fair enough. I don't care as much about the size differences, I will be honest. Ooh. Trying to think, like, what else do I want to add, or what could I add? So if there's nothing that I want to add, then that means going on to the next step of, like, trying to do a normal map and nicer textures, because those are both things that, like, when they're done, you don't want to be making changes to the model when you're starting to do those.
Right.
So that's why I'm very much in the just like, am I going to add anything else? Because the textures that I put in have always been just sort of like a visualization, because at any point I could need to rearrange the UV map or things like that. Like, you know, when because I made the texture in the UV map, and then I made horns and the crest and things like that, and the whole thing had to be reshuffled around again to make room for it. So that's why it's always just been a very temporary red with the cream. So now it's the case of like, well, if I want to add anything more, then I will need to add them to the UV map again. But if I just want to leave it as it is, like this, do I just go on to the next step? Like, should I add spikes to the tail, maybe? Got spikes going down the back.
Can never be too many spikies.
This is true.
I was reminded of this. Oh my god, by the way, a game that Mike and Naren tried and failed to play was Solasta. But I messed around with the character creator, and shout out to them for, it's a DLC technically, which less of a shout out, but the Dragonborn character creator is actually decent.
Oh, nice. That's what I like to see.
I'm so used to it being like, there is one Dragonborn head. You guys tried to play Solasta without me? You were literally at work. But like, an emphasis on tried. We tried for about 20 minutes.
Oh, so it was very short-lived.
Yeah. But Kay's internet would not have it.
Ooh, yikes.
But
this was a while ago then.
No, this was today. But
Today? But what do you mean Das was at work? What the fuck?
Oh wait, no. Sorry, my brain. But yes.
Das doesn't have work.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was messing around with the character creator, and I was making Flare.
Nice.
And I was so prepared to just make like a kind of generic Dragonborn and but have it be Flare. But I was actually really surprised by how good the character creator is.
Before I get any further, even though there's not a lot of difference on this file, I am going to just make an increment for 4 spikes. Let's save as... I've already already messed up the numbering. That was 27, so this is 29. Good lord, 29 iterations.
Working on this kobold too long.
I probably have, to be honest. More spikes. I think I'll put these tail spikes on and go through the process. Like, I'll have to redo the UVs again in order to fit them on. After that may be sort of like draw a line in the customization, get the normals done, get the textures properly done, and then it's going to be over to the worst part, as with the can, which is the full technical side of doing all the Unity shenanigans.
Yes.
Which is the worst part, because I'm not good at it, I don't really know how to do it, and I don't think it's very streamable content either. Which means that there's not a lot of windows in the week for me to do it if I'm not going to stream it, but I don't want to stream it. It doesn't strike me as very watchable stuff, and like, because I've got to concentrate and read through things and find tutorials and things, it doesn't open me up for interacting with the chat a lot either. Axis, please. Nope, we don't want that on.
She's chasing rabbits in her sleep.
Aww.
I like that I was like, it's time to get my head down and work on this. We got 10 minutes left of stream.
That's always how it works with the pair of us when we're doing these. The last 10, 20 minutes are the hyper-focus time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, it's time to make sure that we have actually achieved something with our time tonight. Also, given the issues I had with it last time, I'm dreading trying to make a normal map for this model. But I will try. It's not technically mandatory.
And slowly lose your mind on twitch.com.
You guys can look forward to that tomorrow. Plug, plug, plug.
Yeah. Baby, do you want to come say goodbye?
I'm not going yet. We still want to see the baby.
I know, but it's going to take 5 minutes to get up.
Oh. child.
Phoebe.
And I need a cup of
Phoebe,
tea.
Phoebe. Phoebe. Come here. Come here, baby. Okay. Aww. I think her stomach hurt.
Aw.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, Nate. I guess that little one is. These little ones probably want to go towards base of the tail. I'm also gonna. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Rig these because these are gonna be rigged to the back. Will not want them rigged to the tail. God, why did I get a sudden craving for Nando's at 11 o'clock at night? I'm not even hungry, I just want, like, the flavour.
You gotta go, like, just fucking snort a seasoning packet.
Yeah. I'm genuinely not hungry, I'm still full from dinner, but my mouth is just, like, watering of, like, Nando's. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Ah, noise. Thanks, Twitter. Thanks for auto-playing something. Sorry, chat. That was probably
It loves to jump scare you.
Yeah, sorry, chat. That was probably just a very loud, abrupt noise that you guys had then. It was the anime I was watching. Ah!
Watching campfire cooking in another world. I literally have a campfire ambience on right now.
Aww. Such a nerdy thought I had in my head. That's one of those just bits of trivia that my brain memorized because there was a dinosaur bitch in school. Which is that I looked here at the tail and went, should I add a thagomizer?
A what now?
A thagomizer, which is the technical term for the spikes at the end of a stegosaurus's tail.
Oh my god. It sounds like something an artificer would make.
It's technically something an artist made. It was a joke that was made by a newspaper jokey artist. You know, who make those satirical comments, comic kind of things. It was a word that they made up for one of their comics, and it apparently got adopted as an official term.
That's really funny.
Which was I mean, I can find it now because it's just part of the history of the word.
Well, let's not, because it's 11 o'clock.
I hate that it actually does come up when you Google it. It's literally the first image on the Wikipedia page, not like a picture of a Stegosaurus fossil. It's a picture of the comic. Mm-hmm. Oh god, it's so small, which is because it was in a newspaper at the time. So you can't really read that very well on the stream, I imagine, but it says, this end is called the Thagomizer after the late Thag Simmons. That's it. Right. That's the comic. Thagomizer was not a word before this, and then apparently paleontologists were like, Thagomize, yeah, sure, that's what we'll call it.
The more I've learned about paleontology, the more I've learned that it's just paleontologists thinking that things are funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the arrangement of spikes originally had no distinct name. Cartist Gary Larson invented the name Thagomizer in 1982 for a joke in his comic strip The Far Side. It was gradually adopted as an informal term, sometimes used in scientific circles, research and education.
That's funny as hell.
And then it has pictures of fossils. The Thagomizer, these spiky bits. So that was the thought that was the thought that my brain had as I was doing the tails. Like, should I add a Thagomizer to this? In a typical me fashion, I did once get to use that piece of trivia in a D&D game, and then I had to have the conversation that we've just had of explaining what it was.
Exactly.
Of dropping a big word into a conversation that no one had ever heard before.
That's how it be.
It was very funny to say in character, though. Because again, it's D&D, so craziness happens, so it's like, yes, there's dinosaurs, and my character was literally a biological researcher, so when the person picked up this dinosaur bone that they didn't know what it was, and the DM said to me out of character, was like, you can identify this as a Stegosaurus tail spike. I then turn around in character and literally go, may I see that Thagomizer? And the person was like, I beg your pardon? There are women present. And I went, oh dear.
Yep.
It was very funny. I found it very funny. Role-playing is fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those situations as well where the person that you're like playing off also really helps.
Yeah.
Them being indignant about it just made it all the more funnier for me.
May I see that thingamajig? Yeah. Yeah, so cool.
A woof. Aww. Cute. Also, what? People think the German language is silly, just wait till you learn about the very real German title for Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda, Das Flutenduden.
Yep. I have said that before. Right, Blue, it's 11:05.
Right,
We gotta end the stream.
Yep, it's time to sign off. So, yeah, the usual thank you to everybody hanging out with us tonight. I hope you guys had a reasonably productive time. I think in the grand scheme of things, we did, even if it doesn't feel like it, which, as anybody who follows me on Twitter knows, has literally been my vibe the entire day.
Yeah.
I have been productive, it just doesn't feel like I have, which is a very weird situation to be in. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow for more of this.
Yeah, for more of this exact visual.
More of this, yeah. I will...
2 more spikes. It's called a cliffhanger. We have to get you back in tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow for spicy thagamizers.
If that's not the title of your stream tomorrow, I'm reporting you to Twitch.
It is now.
Warning, spicy thagamizers.
Spicy thagamizers. But yeah, gonna add that. I did also just realise that at one point I had toyed around with ears, because some people do put ears on their kobolds instead of fins.
Wild.
I don't know how I feel. I might make it so it's an option, but yeah. So that might also occur. So there might actually be a couple more things that we add to this guy before we start the dreaded normal map.
Yep.
Anyway,
let's get out of here.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna quickly pop over to the schedule screen. You guys know the schedule at this point. I'm not gonna bother reading it out to you today because I don't feel like it.
You just know what it is. You know. What it is. I'll be here this time tomorrow.
Everybody here knows what it is, and all the usual social stuff. Yeah, one thing I do need to do is that, because this schedule is actually finished now, because I finished off the drawings, I need to fucking post it everywhere, which I still haven't done. I'm not going to do that tonight because it's not a good time for it. That's something I need to do tomorrow. Right. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, everybody. I hope you have a good night, whatever you are doing, even if that is just going to be sleeping, because sleeping's great.
Yeah, sleeping's fucking good. Everyone go get some sleep.
Sleep's great. I'm probably going to go make a decaf cup of tea, but yeah. Right, see you tomorrow for art, and then afterwards we'll see you for Dragon Age. We'll see you there, Cos will be there as well.
Bye.
Bye!